Hey there, everybody. How we doing? We're going to be working on the P22 worksheet. I want to remind you that this is new material. Therefore, it does not technically improve your grade. You'll need to go back and do anything from question 20 or before in order to actually improve your grade for this semester. But this is certainly good stuff to know to help you once we get into algebra next year. This will definitely come up again. So practicing this now is definitely a good idea. What we are looking at here is being able to graph based on knowing the intercepts. What we have are two intercepts. We have an x-intercept, and the thing I will remind you here is that this is the x-axis, the one that runs sideways, and so when they say x-intercept is 5, that means go on the x-axis and put a point where the 5 is. And then the y-intercept is the other intercept. Well, we have a y-axis. Here is our y-axis, the one that goes up and down. And they tell us to go to that y-axis and mark the graph at the value of 1. And at this point, we're then going to take these. Now, you guys are a lot of luck here. You guys are going to get to see part of my baseball card collection here. Here's an Albert Pujols card. But basically what I'm doing is I'm using it as a straight edge. It's a good idea to make sure that you make straight lines. Notice I make my line go edge to edge on the graph, and my arrows are on the outside of the graph, the grid. That's a good habit to be in. Don't just connect the dots. Connecting the dots does not get you credit. You got to go all the way to the edges, because technically all points along the edges, from edge to edge, actually work, and even beyond for that matter. All right, moving on to question number 3, the x-intercept. We are looking on the x-axis to the -1 value. So we're putting a point at the -1. The y-intercept, we're talking about the y-axis. We're talking the up and down axis. We're going to -3. We put our 2 points. We bring in our straight edge. Hey there, Albert. How are we doing? And we make our line. Notice I went edge to edge on the grid. I'm off the grid drawing my arrows. Okay, the arrows means that these lines technically continue to go forever and ever outside the graph. All right, last but not least, we've got question number 5, x-intercept -5. So I go to the x-axis, I mark it at -5. My y-intercept is at 2. So on my y-axis, I'm going to mark it at 2. And here comes Albert again to help me draw the line perfectly straight. Draw my line, edge to edge, arrows are off the grid. All right, your job is to do the even problems. After you copy my answers to the odd problems, turn this into me. If you do really, really well, we'll give you a chance to assess on this just to see where you're at. Have a good one.